We're here with the head coach and general manager of the Green Bay Gamblers, Pat Mickish. This is Coach's Corner, presented by Aurora BayCare Sports Medicine. The Green Bay Gamblers this weekend have a home with the Madison Capitals, a team, Coach, that you've become very familiar with. You guys see them 9 times. This is game 3 and 4 of this series this year. They're always a tough matchup. You know, talk a little bit about what makes them a tough matchup. What have you seen on tape?
Well, I mean, they play a physical game, so they're going to be, in our face the whole game. And it's very important that we move pucks quickly. If we slow down the game and allow them to dictate it, they'll be very good in their offensive zone. They got a big, strong group of forwards, and they're tough to play against.
A team that you see 9 times throughout the year. It seems that throughout the year, these games get more and more physical because of the series.
Yeah, and it kind of starts with preseason. You play them in the preseason, you get to know each other. So, I think we're familiar with each other, but it's not, something different than what we face when we go on the road. You're going to go into a tough environment in Madison, and they're very strong at home, and they've got great goaltending. So it's going to be very important that we try to stick to our basics and, try to move pucks a little quicker than we did last weekend and spend more time with that puck.
What's been the focus for the practice this week compared to last week? I know it's been kind of unique this week because you gave the guys off this last Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, we took a day off. I mean, it's just getting to be that time of the year where, you know what you want to do on the weekends, but your mind has to be prepared to, do everything for 60 minutes. And that was probably the biggest thing I was disappointed in last week. I didn't think we had 60-minute efforts. I thought we played in spurts. And so we've talked a lot about making sure we finish everything, finish our drills properly, finish practice properly, playing through a good long practice, but at the same time making sure we're ready to transfer that over to the weekend and being a very consistent team.
Guys we don't talk about too often, guys like Matt Jennings, who's played all 23 games already this year, 9 points, 6th on your team. How important are those type of guys on the roster too? We always talk about how good the goaltending is. Guys like Jared Spooner, John Leonards, the Chris Grandos of the world, but also those guys like the Matt Jennings on your roster that play all the minutes, 23 games, and put up 9 points already this year.
Well, and Matt's got a lot of experience in the North American League already, so he's accustomed to junior hockey, and he does a lot of little things for us. We play him at center. He wins a lot of faceoffs. He's a great penalty killer. He can play on the power play. So he's one of our best stat-wise 5-on-5 players. So it shows the consistency that he has, and he's very valuable to us.
Is it safe to say at this point there's no rookies on this team anymore?
Well, we've talked a little bit with the young kids about that. Matt, we don't expect him to play like a rookie. He's got a lot of experience. He's a mature player that way. With our younger players, some of those high school kids, it's very important that they start to take that next step. And this is a tough time of the year because they're going through that grind of the season. It's getting to be long, and I think they're looking forward to Christmas break, but at the same time, it's they can grow up a little bit and realize that, hey, when it's hockey time, it's time to play.
Just talk a little bit about the difference between high school hockey and the USHL. Not only do they play a lot more games here, but just the mentality is different here.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking with Brock at the beginning of the year, and I mean, he was having 2, maybe 3 good practices a year last year on an average week, where he's looking at having 5 practices, a couple games every week, and it just keeps him in hockey all the time, which I think sometimes he needs to learn to take a little break from it and get away and make sure his mind is fresh come game days. So it's different for every player. I mean, some of the kids come into it and they're prepared for that, and they understand what the grind's going to be like. And then for others, it's helping to manage it for them and making sure that you don't wear them out or make them overthink anything.
And it's the off-the-ice stuff, too. It's the community service that you do here in the USHL. But also, when I walk through this hallway at the end of the game, you see all the scouts from different colleges, NHL teams. And right after a game, they have to talk to their scouts, too. So there's a lot of an adjustment in that way, too.
It is a very busy schedule for them. It's long days, and you want to help them manage it. I think Cody Chuck, my assistant, does such a good job. He's got a great personality with these kids, and he can kind of talk them down to earth and let them realize that it's still just a game. Where often we feel like it's the end of the world, but it's still a game. We need to go out and play and enjoy the experience.
Last question for you then, Pat, before I let you go. What are the keys back to the Madison series this weekend? What are the keys to victory or getting 4 points?
Well, I think it's to play 60 minutes. That's when we were at our best. And, when we played down there earlier this year, we had a great start and we played it right through to the finish. So, they're going to be a tough opponent. They're going to play the game the right way. We need to make sure that, we're playing our game at the top level as long as we can.
We appreciate your time and good luck this week.
All right. Thank you.